We're rolling. Danny, can you, come on, you show up late, now you're gonna rush me? You know we gotta have these cars looking pretty for this show. I'll dust these off, just show them around a little bit and come back to me. Let me just get this done. All right, you coming back now? All right, we'll get started on this. I'm Chris Diedrich, General Manager of Bedrock Motors here. We got a great show today. Our inventory is phenomenal. The guys been working really, really hard. Our buyers all across the country have been setting us up to have wonderful cars like this. This is a 2000 Prowler, Plymouth Prowler. And the significance of this car is it came out in '97 to show a concept that was built in 1993. As the car came out, they marketed the car through '97. There was no production model in '98. The car was for the '99 to 2002 when they stopped production of the car. This particular car has 18,000 miles on it. It's black on black convertible. Very, very cool car. Rarely seen. We don't see a lot of them, so when we get the opportunity at Bedrock Motors, we buy everything that's super, super cool and fun. They had 11,702 of these cars built. In '97, they only did 457 of these cars, so the '97s are probably pretty sought after. This particular one here, we are excited to have it. Our inventories are packed full. You got to go to bedrockmotors.com and check it out. We worked really, really hard through the winter to show all of this stuff. Now, we've talked about all of our storage facilities. They're empty, which lets us know we're going to have a big, big year for sports cars. Love to see you here. Go to bedrockmotors.com. We're going to go check out Alan. We've got a monster inventory there. Right now, we've got the largest inventories that we've had in 6 months. There's 250 cars on the ground on bedrockmotors.com, but there's also another 60 to 70 cars waiting to come in. So when you go to bedrockmotors.com, you may not see everything. The guys are waiting. They'd love to talk to you. If you're looking for something specific, certainly let us know. We'll find you what you're looking for. Let's go see Alan.
All right, Chris. Hey, thanks for coming to Bedrock Motors Blaine location, right off of Highway 65 and just north of 610. We have an incredible amount of cars to show you today. We're so excited for spring. We have continued to stock up over the last month. We have a huge amount of inventory. We got more stuff coming in every day. So we're going to talk about a lot of very affordable vehicles today. And when people look at our cars, especially on the TV they show, and then they look at what they cost, they go, holy cow, that's a lot of car for that kind of money. So here's a great example. And one of the reasons I want to highlight this car was this is a trade-in. So with Bedrock Motors, we get our cars through relationships with other dealers, and a huge amount or a huge percentage of our cars are trade-ins. So usually a little better taken care of than like a rental car, say. And it really shows with this car. This is a Nissan Altima, and this paint is gorgeous. It's a white diamond. So it's not just a stark white, it's a little bit of a metallic white, and this car is gorgeous. And what's really neat about it is this car has tons of technology features in it too. So if you look on the outside, you can lock and unlock your doors just with this little button. And it's just a sharp looking car. So cloth interior, we'll get inside here a little bit so you can see, but cloth bucket seats. This has the push button start feature, so you don't have to fumble for where your keys fit. But all your basic, windows locks, cruise, a nice radio. You can plug in your iPod. This car has it all. And we'll get under the hood here a little bit, and we'll also try and get into the trunk and really show you what this car has. So there's two engines available with the Altima. And this one is the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder. So really good fuel economy, but look how clean this car is. You can really tell that somebody took care of the car, and it shows. So for the next owner, if that happens to be you, this should be a good long-lasting car for you. But tons of room. It's a mid-size sedan, tons of room in the back seat. Great car. Make sure you check our website, bedrockmotors.com, or give us a call at the numbers on the screen. We'd love to tell you more about it. We've typically on our cars, we have over 30 photos posted on the website, so you can see inside and outside and all the different angles. And we've also got pricing that's updated constantly. The Nissan Altima is a mid-size car that is the #1 selling Nissan model. The 4th generation Altima was produced from 2007 to 2012. This was the first vehicle to use the smaller Nissan D platform with a new front and upgraded rear suspension. This 2012 model includes some more recent innovations in the car market, including push-button ignition and Bluetooth capability. The dashboard has larger buttons for easy readability and a total of 9 cup holders. Electronic stability control is now standard on Altima models. The 2.5-liter four-cylinder produces 175 horsepower and is paired with a continuously variable transmission. The EPA estimates the Altima will get 23 city and 32 highway miles per gallon.
All right, now seriously, you guys have to sit down, sit back, you have to look at this car. I don't think there's been a more impressive retro muscle car than what Dodge has done with this Challenger. You gotta see this car. This is a 2010 SRT 8. This says 425 horsepower. Monster brakes, monster exhaust. This has got aftermarket Corsa exhaust. I think we've talked about this car in a previous show. I'm shocked that it's here. And the reason is you can't see this car or appreciate it through the television. BedrockMotors.com, guys. We are right down 94 and 101, half mile off. You gotta drive down and see these cars. This car is so impressive. When you see this, you know, I mean, somebody put the chip guard all the way up here. This was somebody's baby. You open the hood of this car, we haven't touched this car. I mean, it's dusty and it's dirty, and this is how it got dropped off. We put these cars in storage for this time of year because they get so tough to find. This particular one, this is a 6.1 liter Hemi. The car has 425 horsepower and it's old school feel. It's got a stiff, tough clutch in it. It's got the pistol grip, old school shifter. Beast of a car. I love it. If we don't sell this car in the next couple weeks, especially with this warm weather coming back, I promise you, you're gonna see my chubby face behind the wheel of this car because it is so impressive. We've got the Camaros, we've got Mustangs, we've got everything here. This car has a feel when you drive it of like, man, like back in the James Dean days when you're just bad muscle, tough cars and cool guys and stuff like that. And there's nothing cooler than seeing a female banging gears behind one of these things. Don't wait. You got to come in and check some of this stuff out. These muscle cars this year, now with the introduction of the Hellcat, it's actually made these things affordable. People are going out buying these Hellcats. You know, a year ago we couldn't even get in. We couldn't even have SRT8 Challengers sitting here. We've also got Chargers. We've got probably 50 to 60 sports cars in stock. I don't think that we're gonna see a lot of them this spring. You gotta get out here, check this out. We got some cool stuff, sit back. I definitely wanna talk about our service department, but I know that Alan is just really prepared for this today, so let's go have a look and see what he's doing.
All right, on the last episode of our show, Chris thought it'd be great to like interject some classical or opera music or whatever, so I'm hoping at least this time we can get him some smooth jazz or something. So, you know, the reason we had the classical last time is because everybody's so comfortable and I dress nice and everything. So we'll try jeans this time and then, you know, some rock and roll or smooth jazz, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. Anyway, our next up, we've got a Ford Explorer. And, you know, a lot of times in our shows, we're featuring Chevy, Ford, Dodge, a lot of the domestic manufacturers. And, you know, here's why. You get a ton of vehicle, still reliable, still a lot of life left, and these things are gorgeous. A lot of practical uses. So Ford Explorer is one of the best-selling sport utilities on the market. And here's a lot of reasons why. This car looks beautiful. This is an Eddie Bauer edition. So we have heated leather seats on the inside. Power seat, we have radio controls on the steering wheel, great sound system, fog lamps, four-wheel drive of course, so in the, you know, what we've got a little bit left of winter and even into next fall and winter, you've got four-wheel drive capability. Look at these meaty tires. This is really a great truck. And what a lot of people forget is this size of SUV, you can still get a third row seat. So if we look back here, you know, we've shown you in the past, check our YouTube archives, we've shown you how some of these seats fold down. You know, they go into cargo mode. So it's really simple. You pop the headrest and down it goes. You've got a flat load surface. Or if you've got lots of kids and their friends, whatever, you've got seating for as many people as you need. Little trailer hitch on it. This is a lot of vehicle for the money. And I forgot to mention sunroof, so we'll make sure we get pictures of the sunroof. But here we go, four-wheel drive, sport utility, beautiful. Look at the paint, you know. And here's another one that it's very difficult to find something with the kind of miles and the price that we've got, which you'll be able to find on our website. So make sure you have, if you've got questions, give us a call. But come out and test drive it. This is a lot of car for the money. One of the most popular sport utility vehicles on the road, the Ford Explorer, has been in production since 1990. This fourth generation was upsized slightly with a new, stronger frame, updated interior, and redesigned rear suspension. Electronic stability control is standard equipment in 2008, along with side curtain airbags. This Eddie Bauer edition has the 210 horsepower 4.0 liter V6, paired with a 5-speed automatic transmission.
All right, it's a lot of work, but I get overly excited. And I know that I'm spending a lot of time showing you all this really, really cool stuff. So before we look at one more really, really cool stuff, and really the reason I'm doing this inside is because I'm inside. You guys been outside? It's not that warm and stuff. So we got cars in all makes and models out here. And it gets a little bit to the, you know, we're showing you all this nice hot rod stuff. That's just because it's our passion. We really like this cool stuff. This is why we do this. It's about the cars. We've talked about it before. I love them, absolutely. But this same car, without the SRT package, we've got one outside with 50,000 miles. All-wheel drive, 2007. Very, very affordable cars. We've got rows and rows of them. So when we're showing you these cars, don't think that this is all that we do. We want to make sure that if you come in here that we've got everything you could imagine, everything you want to look for. We try to be one of the big boys. And in doing that, we operate like the big boys. We take every car, for every car you see here, this isn't some arithmetic that I came up with. For every car you see here, it takes 5 that we have to check out to get to this point, because we don't want to sell anything that's not up to our standards, which are high. A lot of people do this. Very few take it as serious as we do, and I really mean that. So in getting started, you can go to bedrockmotors.com after the show. You got to be a little bit excited, I hope. Look at some of the cool stuff, but keep in mind there's a lot of stuff here, and we spend a lot of money to make sure that these cars are nice, and in doing that, keeping them on the market at a realistic, good, fair value. This is a 2007 SRT8 Challenger. Or I mean, see, I got Challenger on my mind. That yellow car caught me. This is a 300C. The impressive thing with this car is under the hood in the drivetrain is exactly what we saw earlier in that SRT Challenger. And still 425 horsepower. So when the kids want to go for a ride, I promise, Mom, you're going to want to drive this car. Yeah, I'll take the kids. Absolutely. I'll do it. Call me. I'll take your kids if you own this car. It's no problem. 425 horsepower, 420 foot-pounds of torque. An absolute beast. This is the wolf in sheep's clothing right here, guys. All black, moonroof, navigation, Recaro seats, I mean, comfortable. And this car, you could take it to the track. So when the kids pull up in the little tuner cars next to you and Mom or Dad's sitting there, and hit the gas and pass. See you guys, it's over. I can't do it anymore. These cars, they talk to me, and I know it sounds really crazy, but I do this for one reason. I love the cars, I love it. This is a 2014 Rubicon. Now, we bought this in 2013 and thought, okay, let's give it a makeover. This is Bedrock way right here. This is what we do. This is what we're known for. People come in, oh, you guys always have the coolest car. Well, we want to be known for that, and this is how we do it. 40-inch tires. Now, they didn't have a lift kit designed for this truck when we bought it. We wanted to come out and do it. There's a lot of guys out here doing a really, really good job with these Jeeps. I love it. When I drove this car in, this was built for one of the guys who owned this place. We built it here. This is like the big trucks in the back. We built those trucks here. The same guys that will be working on your minivan, your Suburban, or whatever it is that you have when you come to our service department are the same guys that build these. They are perfectionists. We are very blessed to have the best of the best at our facilities. The guys that build these, it's a detail after detail after detail. And as a matter of fact, we're building a 2015 white one to match this. We're gonna have 3. We are patriotic. Red, white, and blue. So when we're on our parades and you see us out on the streets, red, white, and blue, we'll have them all 3 in a line. Would love to see you guys yelling and screaming and having the same type of excitement, enthusiasm we have for these things. So what we'll do is we'll just take a quick walk around this thing and look at this thing. Look at the detail. Now this truck has been driven. These aren't trailer queens. We are gonna run them. We're gonna burn the tires off them. We're gonna wreck the suspension, get them chipped and scratched and all that other stuff. But when you look and you see these things here, now we can build you this too. Absolutely, bring your Jeeps in. We just did a lift kit for somebody. Go follow us on Facebook. You can see some of our builds and some of the stuff on Facebook. We should even have an Instagram. I don't know if we have one yet, but you could see all of this stuff. Now, but before we go back, and I'll show you the white one that we're building right now. It's in the process, so you can see all the detail and all that other stuff that goes into this thing. And I'm gonna just invite Alan to just go ahead and try and top this. I know you got cool stuff, Al. Come on, man. See what you got.
One of my favorite things that we do at Bedrock Motors is we find limited edition in extremely rare cars. And when we were moving stuff around on the show floor, I was looking at stuff we've got out back that's getting ready. And I know Chris a little bit later is going to talk about, you know, he's got this really cool lifted truck or whatever, and how do we beat it? Well, this is maybe how we beat it, Chris. So out back, we have a 1985 Camaro that's getting ready. We have a 2004 Corvette convertible that we just got yesterday that's getting ready, and we've got some more cars we're going to talk about. And here's one of them. This is a very unique, hard to find car. This shiny black beauty, believe it or not, is a 1999. I know it doesn't look that old, and when you get here, you'll see that it really doesn't seem that old either, but a 1999. This is an SL Roadster, SL500 Roadster, which means it has the bigger V8. But Roadster means that it's a convertible and it's a two-seater. So there is no back seat, but this car is loaded with features. My guess is, I don't know the exact number, but when this car was new, it's probably a $100,000 car. And the replacement for this car today is at least $100,000. So come and check this out. This is an amazing, a lot of car for the money. Make sure you check out bedrockmotors.com again, because we have so many photos. It's hard to really, you know, appreciate this car without, you know, either coming to see it or looking at the photos online. We have Bose sound system, we have leather seats, we have a driver memory, digital climate control. This car is loaded, and it really does. When we talk about the height of luxury, that's what this car is. This is the Mercedes. Beautiful wheels and tires, and you know, when we talk about limited edition, hard to find cars, a lot of these cars have a story, you know, that comes with them. So we know the owner of this car. A good friend of ours, he owned it for 10 years. Before that, the car was in Florida, and it came up, so very few owners, no accidents on this car. But again, we'd love to tell you the story about some of these cars, because especially a unique car like this really does have a story. So check it out, give us a call. You can contact us on Facebook, check out our YouTube channel. We'd love to hear from you. The SL Class Roadster has been manufactured by Mercedes since 1954. The designation SL derives from the German Sport Leicht, or Sport Lightweight. This fourth generation SL was designated the R129 and built from 1989 to 2002. The R129 model was the first convertible roadster to offer automatic roll bar deployment in the event of a rollover. The driver can also manually raise and lower the roll bar, which facilitates the clean look without compromising the occupant's safety. The 5.0-liter V8 produces 326 horsepower and is matched to a 5-speed automatic transmission. All right, apparently today at our Blaine location, it is the two-door theme. So going with the two-door theme, here's another really hard to find model. This is a Honda Accord two-door, and this thing is a beauty. And not only is it a beautiful looking all black car with black custom alloy wheels, but this car has navigation, it has a sunroof, it has heated leather bucket seats, premium sound system, Bluetooth, the list goes on and on. But that's what we look for here, and this is another one that was a trade-in. So we typically find that these cars are a little bit better cared for, and maybe there's a maintenance history, maybe a little story. We try to find the nice ones, and this is definitely an example of that. Not only condition-wise, but option-wise, like we just talked about. You know, the Honda is obviously a very reliable vehicle. and you know, we're going to talk about some facts and figures with the Accord, but this is really a nice car to drive too. It's quiet, suspension is smooth, these tires have a huge amount of tread left, they're Michelin's, so somebody took really good care of this car and it shows. A little bit of, you know, window tint to make it look kind of cool, but come and check this car out. Again, bedrockmotors.com, give us a call. We typically have 30 plus pictures on our website. They go through our shop. We do all the, make sure all the maintenance is done on them. Anything that's broken is fixed. The Honda Accord has been manufactured by Honda since 1976 and has been one of the best-selling cars in the United States. In 1982, the Accord became the first car from a Japanese manufacturer to be produced in the United States. Numerous road tests, past and present, rate the Accord as one of the world's most reliable vehicles. The Accord has been on the Car and Driver 10 Best list a record 28 times. This 8th generation Accord was produced from 2008 to 2012. Larger than the previous model, the sedan is now classified as a full-size car by EPA standards. The 2.4-liter four-cylinder has 190 horsepower and achieves 21 city miles per gallon and 30 highway miles per gallon. I think one of the statistics we looked at for last year is we spent an average of $1,400 per car just in our shop. That's plus you know, the cleanup and some of the other little things that we do. So we do take care of our cars. We make sure that they're ready before we put them out there for sale. So come and check us out at Bedrock.
Okay, now we snuck in the back again, and you know, I can always get in a little bit of trouble for that, but you gotta see the work that goes in. This is a 2015 Rubicon. Now we got our own little name here. We like to call them the Radicons, so we change them out a little bit. But you can see all of the work that goes into these things. Fully new front suspension, we had that all painted. You buy the shocks, we have the shocks painted, so this thing, it's gonna be sick, I promise you. We're doing a monster set of bare brakes on this thing. All of everything is going to look just stock, same top, same that. We'll do all the chrome, the handles, everything like that. But when you get in here, Danny, if you can get that camera here, you can see the primer on the frame. That's because when these things come stock, they got a big bracket here to hold the stock axles in. We take it all off. We do these guys they're monsters. They are the best of the best. And of course, I'm a little, you know, my opinions, whatever, but I think these guys are great. They take this off, they sand the metal, they do all this other stuff, they prime it, they will repaint the frame, custom bumpers, we got custom white wheel flares like the red one. Look at the back spare tire. We actually buy 5 of them, so it all looks that custom match. A lot of this stuff is fabricated by one of the guys that build these big, huge monster trucks. Just get a little shot at that now. I'm getting a little heat from the camera guy and the other producer, so as we're leaving, just pan around. There's another Corvette. You'll see that thing on, that's fresh stuff that Ron bought out in Las Vegas and in California. What's this? I mean, I don't know what the color is. Easter egg blue? Pretty hot car. Go online, that car should be at bedrockmotors.com. We'll go see Alan and then we'll sneak back up where I can't get in trouble.
Wow, I almost couldn't get into this one. That's how we do it at Bedrock, especially in the winter. We pack the show floor so full of cars. We have to do a little bit of moving around to do our TV show, but make sure you come and check it out because we have so many cool cars. We can't possibly talk about them all on this show. So here's another limited edition, very hard to find, Monte Carlo SS. So it's a 2-door coupe, like we've been talking about all day today, and this one's loaded. Not only does it have beautiful 18-inch alloy wheels, but it's got, check out the interior, heated leather bucket seats. It's got a great sound system, CD player, plug-in for your iPod. It's got a power sunroof up above. And what makes this limited is not only did they not make them for very many years, but they only made a few of them with a V8, and this one has a 5.3 liter V8, very similar to what they put in the Tahoe, Suburban, Silverado model for Chevy. This is an amazing vehicle, and this thing is gorgeous. This is bright red, cool silver stripe on the bottom. You gotta come and see this car. Awesome. Bedrock Motors, Blaine Location. The Chevrolet Monte Carlo is a 2-door coupe which was produced through 6 generations from model year 1970 to 2007. The first 4 generations were rear-wheel drive and V8 powered. Following a 7-year hiatus, the Monte Carlo nameplate was revived for the 1995 front-drive V6 powered coupe. The SS was brought back in 2000, but the V8 Monte Carlo SS was only produced in 2006 and 2007. There were just over 6,000 SS models produced in 2007. The 5.3 liter LS4 V8 produces best-in-class 303 horsepower and is paired with a 4-speed automatic transmission.
Okay, as we wrap it up, there's a couple more I wanted to show you. And how much work it is for us to be able to show you these cars. It's day and night looking at thousands and thousands of cars. Why do we do that? Because we can go buy cars anywhere? Well, because our reputation is what's got us to where we are. Our reputation is what sets us apart. We want to make sure we're putting the best product out there. No matter whether it's like this 1993 Chevrolet Corvette, the car is perfect. And we're pretty good at what we do. We know what to look for on these cars. We know what to look for on these cars so detailed that I can tell you how this car's been used, if it's been abused, and how it's been cared for. This is a 45,000 mile car. I love this car. The first Corvette that I ever bought for myself was just like this one right here. This car's got both tops, glass top, and it's got the painted top on it, 45,000 miles. Now for a car that's got this much technology in it for back in its day, and is such a fun car to drive, Corvettes are the American sports car. And I know some Ford guys would get mad. I love Mustangs, I love them all. I love the Chryslers, I love them all, but at the end of the day, this is the American sports car, the Corvette. And it's like when you're driving this car down the road and it's your first Corvette, it's your 10th Corvette, it's the same feeling every time. You're waving and the guy 8 lanes over is waving and everybody's excited to be in the car. I love it, love the cars. Go check this car out. You can see our sports cars. These are all new cars from the last time that we talked, except for a couple of them. We're gonna have a big sports car year. You wait another 30, 45 days. Unfortunately, the prices have to go up. Go to Bedrock Motors and check it out. Mustangs, guys, 04 Mustangs, and girls, I didn't mean to be like that, people. 5-speed GT, MagnaFlow exhaust. We've got it here, and we're gonna continue to work hard at making sure we get every desirable, cool color combination and just sick cars. We're gonna spend a second or two on this because this has gotta be one of my favorite colors, the bright orange. And if you look at the body kit, all of this stuff, this car is so much fun, 6-speed. This has got a 6.2 liter aluminum head, aluminum block. It's a beast, 426 horsepower. Put that behind a big rear end and a 6-speed transmission. It's just super, super fun. You can check this out online at bedrockmotors.com. We really appreciate you watching. Stay tuned for the next shows. Keep watching, keep calling, stop in and see the guys at Bedrock Motors, bedrockmotors.com.